Banana and Bears Rugby Pod.
There I am with my new hair and his unbelievably new nails. Are they new on a daily basis?
What do you mean?
Because, well, no, like they look brand spanky new. And I saw them on News Talk this morning. You're extremely, and it was honestly, welcome everybody to Banana Bears. I'm just admiring Anna's new nails. She had them, if anybody wants to go to her page or go to Off the Ball, and it got very Ricky Bobby, and it was great. Do you remember Ricky Bobby
Oh,
from Talladega Nights? He was like, I don't know what to do with my hands because you were very animated up to the screen. And I was like, is Anna putting on an ad for her unbelievably cool nails? And your man Owen didn't draw down them once. It'd be the first thing I go, whoa, whoa. I know you're on the run here, Anna, but
well,
those
that's the
nails.
beauty. That's the beauty of this podcast, and that's why I have this tripod up here now. Because in my room in London, which is where I used to live a few years ago, like I've no like table to put in things, so I put things up on the windowsill, and but then I just sit on my bed, so I'm really close to the camera. But this is more relaxed, so I can sit back on my pillows with my tripod. But
Class.
I got these done in Dublin a few weeks ago. I got them done whatever week I was home, the week before Brighton. So they're
The
2 weeks now, but so
is it
they'd last a third week now, but I think I'll change them up again this week.
easy known you've a soft doll number with the media now these days? Because if you were playing rugby, there'd be chunks of that gone. Do you know what I mean? Or if you're building goat houses like I was, stage you're holding microphones and quaffing maybe free champagne in green rooms and VIP. Just being a VIP for the last 2 or 3 weeks. That's where you're at. That's all the signs of your nails.
I definitely haven't been a VIP. I would have thought there was more of it. But do you know what? You're right about the nails though. Like I'm able to tap my nails on things. Like I don't know if you can hear this now. There's a bit of ASMR.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff.
I haven't been able to do that for years.
So you actually have proper nails now.
Actually, my whole adult life, I haven't been able to keep long nails. And they're not even long, they're just longer than what I
Yeah,
can usually
for
have them.
anybody listening, because this will be up on YouTube, but for anybody listening, they're not exactly talons, but they're definitely like you. She could scratch a scratch card, no bother. I'm getting flipped off here by.
That's my broken finger as well. I broke that when I was
You have
18.
a gnarly old middle finger, all right. That's
Yeah. Pure rugby playing finger.
the other that or a blind carpenter. That's what you have. Do you have the carpenter's fingers?
Oh, no, fucking don't. Just the middle finger on that side. But this one is like the copy of the collar from the World Cup jersey.
Oh no, that's snazzy. Hey, what's the deal with the fleece? Have they send you a fleece? Come on,
No, they're not.
one of the fancy fleeces.
No, they're not.
We join you on we're on Tuesday night, the French is still raw. To be honest with you, the Black Ferns is still raw with me. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But the we go first. We'll talk positive anyway. You went to town with the girls in Brighton. By the looks of things, it looked mighty crack. How did
Yeah.
you? Who'd you drop a text to? Who'd you just swing your way in there? Was I just swing in, girls? What's the crack?
No, I'll tell you what happened in fucking Brighton. Like, so you know the Molly Malone's pub and that Sam Monaghan used to manage. So this is where now all of the former Ireland international players were invited, right?
Mm-hmm.
But by the time I arrived and I was staying on my own and I was staying inside my room to kind of let things bubble up before I arrived anywhere too early and would be, just kind of standing there like a lemon. So I walked up to Molly Malone's from my hotel and it was packed. It was at capacity and it was a big fucking queue. And you know the bunch of bananas? You see them bunch of
Yeah, yeah,
bananas that
yeah,
were in
yeah.
the crowd? They were like at the top of the queue and I was standing outside and they were like, sorry, no, you can't get in unless like your family or whatever. Or I was mortified and all my friends were arriving, like, but some of the players were arriving and going in. And I was like, lads, I don't want to try and get in here. Like, I'm not family or anything. And there was this old couple in front of me, and like I was like, go on in, because I just presumed that they were like family. And they were like, this is great. Now we might get to meet the players. I was like, oh fuck. Whoops. Sorry, girls, I've just sent in two potholes to you there. Anyway, I'm off. Went up around the corner. Brighton is class.
Hmm.
So cool. Like
Town
the
of the
pubs
gays.
and stuff. Oh, you can tell. The pubs are unreal. The pubs are just class. Pure old English. Like it is literally my kind of pub on every single corner and street. And
Yeah.
uh we were in one pub and they were closing, so we're all out in the street. And anyone who couldn't make it into Molly Malone's, and a kind of message went around, oh, we're all here. And we're all standing in the street going here, there, and we'll go here, but no, there's a queue. We're not out to it. And I was like, look, that fucking pub there is empty. I'm going in here for a drink. Come on, Reedy, Joe, Fiona Reedy.
Hmm.
Two of us walked in, got a drink, turned around, the place was full. So the mesmerist, you're fucking welcome. And we had a fucking great night. There was a Dutch team, Dutch old girls team. Like they played in the first World Cup. Some of them did, and and they played in like the first international women's rugby game was between France and the Netherlands. Some of them played in that, and they knew all the songs. They had all the dances. Like when you come across teams from places like that, they want to be taken seriously, so they
Yes.
know
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
songs and all the everything. Oh Jesus, we had a great night with them and like dancing away. But then when the music went off, they allowed us to sing a few songs. Oh, I never posted that video. I took a great video of everyone coming out of the pub, like the security guards are standing there, pointed to the door, and everyone's like filing out, singing. And then we stayed out on the street singing for a while. And then we were singing so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu. Like, and like, goodbye. Like, just, oh, it was so wholesome. And a few of the Irish players were out, but they were obviously taking it easy because they had a quarter final, obviously, the following week. But it was nice that they were able to come out. Um, we had a very funny moment with Siobhan McCarthy, right? She's one of the front rows for Ireland. She did very well now this World Cup. Like I was delighted for her just because she made the change to front row not so long ago. She has an identical twin called Kate, and we were walking away from Molly Malone's back up towards to find another pub, and we met Kate on the street. We're like, Kate, don't bother going down. It's pure shite. Like you won't get in. Like it's just no, you won't even get a drink. It's come with us, come with us. We're like, Siobhan might be able to get you in. She was like, that's funny because I am Siobhan. We were trying to take Siobhan away with us.
That's well
Poor
played.
Siobhan. They're so alike. They're so alike. So we took Siobhan away with us, or we were trying to take Siobhan away with us, and then Kate came to the other pub. So we had them eventually, but Brighton was just brilliant. Like, yeah, really, really enjoyable.
Class. Yeah. The you sent me we've been messaging right. Well, I've been throwing a load of stuff at you, just venting more than anything. But then every so often, Anna will send me back something class. Like you sent me a picture with you with Aoife Wafer, who you are identifying as this evening.
Yep.
But where did you meet Eva Wafer?
So obviously, you're talking about Brighton, which is the week before. We
Yes,
haven't
yeah,
got
yeah,
on
yeah.
to, but to before we move on to Ep4 Wafer, the game in Brighton now, the 14-0 deficit was really hard to take, and Ireland had done so well to create opportunities. If there had been just one try, it would have lifted the roof off. I can't tell you what I like. The commentary box was really up high. It was unreal, like the fucking sea of green. Like, and it was the first time for me that I was meeting people, lots of people who weren't directly connected with the team. They just came, they just
Yeah,
flew in.
fans.
Like, oh, just, and obviously it's not so weird anymore, but to see so many people, it is so amazing. And it's just such a shame that we couldn't get at least just one try. But look, it is what it is. And like, I feel like the intensity of that match fucking helped us out in the quarterfinal then versus France, which
Yeah,
was just
I,
another
sup-
level.
I was trying to keep it all happy, 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 happy. But now you're after opening that gate on me now, and we'll
We have to.
we
It
have
has to
to.
be done.
It has to be done. With the Black Ferns one, do you know what was going through my head? It was like Ireland are better than this, and they were getting so pumped up with every score, and I was like, are Ireland playing the rope a dope here? Because you remember they were kind of suggesting that they'd play the rope a dope and lean back on the ropes for this one, only to just let rip
Yeah,
in the quarterfinal, like.
yeah,
And the conspiracy theorist in me was going, I'd say they are. I'd say they are. You know what? That's what they're after doing now. But you're right in that. Well, definitely 14-0 didn't. That's the kind of thing that happens to teams that are from, that don't have pedigree that Ireland have. You know, that kind of way. It didn't make sense because it didn't, I don't think it represented the real game. Like if you just saw it now, it is what it is. It's down on paper forever. But I think
yeah,
if you watch that game back without knowing the score, you go, yeah, I can't see 14-0 happening here. Like
yeah.
it was a bizarre turn of events.
It was
Um,
too much. Yeah, it was too big.
yeah, it didn't read. That's why my conspiracy theorist head was going. I'd say now. I'd say the girls are keeping 10% back, 15% back, just for the hell of it. We do have to address though, um, which was a great bit of television, was you. What would like first and foremost, if anybody hasn't seen it, you can go to BBC Instagram page. I think it may show up in Anna's because she's tagged in it. Was
Oh.
uh, who the fuck was Alice? Hey, were you trying to rile her by giving her that leprechaun? Were you like, here,
Yeah, I
good,
was.
good, I
I
love that.
was trying to rile her because do you know when you have a good feeling? I'd had a good feeling about about the New Zealand game. I thought Ireland would push them, maybe not win, but I thought they'd rattle them somewhat. Um, that's what the idea was, like to because I was in a little Irish shock because me and the girls, like the team, we had a WhatsApp group called Pool C Queens. Myself, Claire Thomas, and Katie Daly McLean. We did all of Ireland's pool games together. And I kept bringing up stuff about Ireland, and they didn't know anything about it. So I actually made them just a little pack with like potatoes and purple snack
Purple snacks,
and
yeah.
a little Irish magnet and a little bottle of whiskey, and gave it to them and to Elma Smith, who's just the fucking goat of putting women on a platform. She's just a legend. So I got the three of them that, and while I was in there, just on the counter were this little leprechaun inside in a snow globe, like it says "good luck." It's kind of patronizing, like I
Oh,
don't know.
well,
It just
that's
doesn't.
what I picked up on. I was like, I love that. I love a Dow dig. I love it.
Yeah, I know that, and then just the 40-0 scoreline just kind of undermined the joke. But like everyone was laughing because I don't know Ruby Tui at all. Like we don't know each other at all. Only
No, I
that
guess that. Like you didn't seem like
she,
you just went
but
over to her just to annoy her, like just to try and get it up her. Like,
exactly because she was the one that had like apparently started the whole conspiracy, but it actually wasn't her. It was Fiona Coughlin. Um, and then Ruby Tui was getting all the stick for it. No, Fiona Coughlin was just kind of saying like, what if Ireland did this? And then Ruby Tui said, Ireland are going to do this. So it was all misconstrued in different ways. So I just, gave her the thing. And then they were like, will you and Ruby go down and do that podcast thing? I was like, yeah, like, no bother, whatever. And then she was like, Alice, but people who are slightly dyslexic will call me Alice because it's Anna Capeless.
oh yeah, you can see
So
it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, it's happened before. Like it's not. And I was just like correcting her because she doesn't know me at all. So I was like, well, knowing me now is that people are fucking calling me Alice, and I'm like, this needs to fucking stop because that's not my name.
No, but says you're one that has a new name every week on the podcast.
Yeah, but I should have fucking
You
I
should have
should have
written
changed it
Alice.
to Alice. No, because I'm over it now. Like it was really funny and like whatever,
And then you went
but
into Gangster's Paradise, wherever that came from. It's like, what are we
because
on?
we were singing it to test the microphones. So then they were like, "Will you do
Oh.
that for the thing?" So
Ah, right. But the only thing you say, is your Leprechaun was undermined by the score and all the rest of it. I'll tell you what was undermined by the score is one thing I hate is an overuse of cliche statements. And there's something that's doing my fucking head with every where I turn. And it's an old phrase, but people for whatever reason are using it everywhere at the minute. And she was given this whole, she's given a big, you're a better, far better superior orator, by the way. Um, she was giving it the big one that Anna gave her this thing, and then you get the 40-0 score, and you know what I mean. So it was supposed to be best of luck. You do the myth, and I'm saying, well, first of all, nobody's doing myth there, so tone it down. But it's that you do the math thing. I'm like, there's no maths involved here at all. At all. What are we talking about? Go figure would be the statement to use there. And I know the woman's under pressure; she's on television and everything. But if you're going to go big, use the right terminology. It did my head in. In that moment, I was like, well, you just lost Anna in that battle there because you absolutely undermined it. But that's me when it comes to you got to have a fast draw if you're going to have a
Wordology. Yeah.
if you're going to have because that's what I trade on, and if you don't land like you and she was giving it the big one, and all I could hear was what math? There's no maths at all. What are you talking about? It just really irked me. I was like, and I'd probably beat you in a fight anyway.
She's a definitely fucking wouldn't.
You'd never
I
know.
know.
You'd never
No,
know.
no.
She talks a good game that one anyway. Do you know? So just
Yeah,
saying
yeah, she's good. They're mad about her and she's funny as well. Um, but that was Brighton.
that was Brighton and the fallout. It didn't seem to because a lot of people could absolutely go into their shells after a hiding like that because that's a hiding when you look at the scoreline. But so there must have been great. There must have been great chat amongst the team to kind of go not to get themselves back up, but kind of to have a self realization that oh no, we're way better than this. We're way better than we're
But
way better than
also, but also, it actually doesn't fucking matter what happens in the pool stages. When you're in a quarterfinal, you're in a
But
quarterfinal.
you know, yeah, but you know yourself, like at the same time, like if you just lost
Yeah,
a tight match, but you know, down on paper, you got your trousers pulled down there, like and spanked, like you know what I mean, 14-0 in, you know, in front of even though you are
yeah.
a very good, so I would say maybe to the more inexperienced players, they go, Jesus Christ, so this can happen. You know what I mean? But that didn't seem to take effect at all when they went out against France. Like they didn't seem to look like they were suffering any effects from it. As you said, it
No,
might have benefited him actually. Just iron them in a small bit and go, oh, you know, you're in the big girls' club now. Come on, time to get
no,
there.
it fucking did prep them. Like they carried the intensity from that game into France, and France had been, just splashing around in the paddling pool like against Brazil and South Africa. Like they were just running in tries, really enjoying it. Like fucking Bourdon Sansus, like was banned for the first game for criticizing the refs. Lol. In the final of Elite One, she missed the first game, and then she got player of the match for those two games, right? Coming in. So all the things that I said needed to happen actually happened, right? They needed to carry the intensity across from New Zealand. They needed that to kind of get under French skin because France hadn't been at that intensity yet.
Hmm.
Um, they needed your one Bourdon Sansus because she is their spark plug. Like they needed her to get frustrated and lose interest, and she did. And they needed like the bad weather to then kind of cement all those shitty feelings together. All of that stuff went Ireland's way. And even the weather continued to go Ireland's way into the second half because the wind died down. It was really weird. It was like the sunshine kind of was breaking through the clouds, but the clouds didn't
Mm.
move. So it was like glowing and like the wind had died down and everyone's like, Jesus, this is it's so everything went Ireland's way. And as well as that, they played fucking well.
Well,
The only problem is they didn't fucking score.
yeah, it was there was a naivety on them too. Like their scores were good that they got, but it was like well the try they got. It was I mean it was beautifully done. And even their counter attack play was really good. They set themselves up in these great places, but it was almost like this that final that final punch, like that final thing they needed to do, whether it's a level of naivety, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. or I hate saying it, is that where the team is at, where they cannot finish out because they had the beating of France on every. I'm only spitballing, right? I'm not saying it
Yeah.
at all. But they had the beating of France in every facet of the game. Like it wasn't now. Okay, France were living on scraps, and when they got him, they fucking got him. Like they were like that hungry youngster from the family of 13. You know, when he finally gets the spud, he fucking gets the spud. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they were like. Every time they got an opportunity, for the handful of times they did something with it. But it was nearly like Ireland were spoiled for choice. Do you know what I mean? They were backing themselves in places. You're like, oh no, 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 no. That's a bit greedy there now. Keep it in where you need to keep it. But I'm nitpicking at the things. There are obviously plenty of things they could have done different, like the final line out, throw it short, and maul the bollocks off them because they had the beating of them in the forwards. That was like 9 penalties, scrum penalties. Something need to happen there. Like somebody needed to go to the bin for that kind of carry on. 9 scrum penalties. Come on now, ref. I'm skirting around the ref thing here, and I'm trying to stay away from it. But I did message you. I think it was finally on Saturday. I think it was before I headed off to get my haircut, before I'd gone to the Casual Arts Festival and saying goodbye to the goats. I did say the one thing that has pissed me off during this whole tournament has been the level of they were let down. Both, let's say both teams. That quarterfinal was let down by, and it's no feeling on the woman that was refereeing. It was the other officials, the 4 officials, we'll call it, between the 2 upstairs and the 2 downstairs beside her. They were a bag of shite. They were out for biscuits, out for fags. I don't know what was going on. There was all sorts. Like, the thing that was annoying me, and I was screaming at the telly here at home, the one thing I was screaming at, okay, the woman couldn't see a fucking jackal if it was on top of her foot. Do you know, you literally needed to reef the fucking woman's head off down on the ground. You're like, no, no, she's on the ball. And nobody's moving Aoife Wafer. Like, Aoife Wafer had to leave her neck prone, which is really dangerous, for like 4 seconds. Second and a half. If she's locked on, that's it. Let
Mm.
her go. But it was the continuous, much like the Black Ferns, the continuous standing offside. And they were doing it in the first half as well. They were a mile offside. And I'm going, how? Okay, time to stop being playing by the rule books here, girls. You had the fucking, and now I blame the coaches, the Ireland coaches, on that one, that they didn't, because they can see it from where you're sitting, and they're looking down, going, "What the fuck? Draw a line across the pitch and throw." You know what I mean? All right, girls. Fucking, there is no offside line. Get out there and stand wherever the fuck you want. Hindmost fuck my hole. Be halfway up the fucking ruck if they ever get the ball. It was the same with the Black Ferns. I'm like, how do we not learn from the previous week? Why are we so being well disciplined? Fuck the rules at this stage. Like,
But Ireland would be pinged for it. That's a subconscious
suppose,
bias,
I suppose, yeah, but
100%.
maybe
Especially with clearly TMOs that don't feel confident enough to say what they see.
yeah,
They would be confident saying that Ireland were offside. They're not going to be confident saying the Black Ferns or France are offside.
because they're big dogs, right? Okay, yeah, yeah.
That I couldn't agree more with you. I was literally had to hold myself back
I
from
bet you
screaming
did,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking BBC microphone. Sack me! I made the BBC.
Your wig flopping all over the place, like.
Me, they're offside. That's what I wanted to say. Now, I've loved working for the BBC. It's been unreal, and they've been, they've been a dream to work for and to work with. Um, but I to hold myself back, like, but I feel it. I feel foolish when something's so blatant like that. I'm like, am I,
I
am
was
I
the same. I was the same. That's
dumb?
that's why I text you these things so that you're my sounding board of expertise where I go, oh, Anna could easily text me
And
back here and go,
then,
Tom, you're out of line there. That's you're a mile off there. That's
yeah,
20 years ago
that's
stuff.
fine. But Tom, we have that space to do it. The TMOs fucking don't. Or
Yeah.
sorry, not the TMOs. The touch judges. Was I saying TMOs a minute ago? Sorry. The
No,
touch judges. Um, they don't have anyone to kind of, they might say it like in a break and play. They should be saying it in a break and play,
hmm
like, watch the offside line here because it's looking like they are creeping offside. But it was so obvious at one stage, but behind Amy Barteron's back, There was someone standing like fucking 2 feet offside. Amy Bartron cannot see that. She needs help. Like
Mm.
that is the touch judge's role. Now, I'm the same as you. I have like the absolute utmost respect for all of the officials. Like the game can't survive without them. Like they have to be there and they need to be there and we need them to be there, right? But they need to be reassured to make these bloody decisions. Um, and I spoke about this on Off the Ball, and I actually got a few messages of people kind of trying to tell me that I didn't understand, but I was like, that's the point I'm actually making. So obviously the big thing is the bite. Um,
Yeah.
and for first of all, I sent you the thing. The picture of like literally your one going like as if she's eating like a skewer from a barbecue, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah,
holding both
yeah.
sides, holding the arm into her gob, right? Like it happened really quick when you watch it in real time, so the referee didn't see it. That's okay. She can't see everything. Fine. She was actually giving the penalty in the moment. Ep4 Wafers like she bit me. Um, so that's the first thing, right? As a
Mhm.
ref, you need to go, what? Did she? Timo, have a look at that. Because that is so cynical. Now, I think she was annoyed that people kept talking to her. Sorry, she was annoyed. Referees get annoyed when people keep talking to them. So she must have thought that Aoife Wafer was looking for something. But even if that's the case, even if you think Aoife Wafer is looking for something there, you still have to check if someone's after biting your arm.
Well, because
So
you can argue, like, there is an argument that the ref doesn't have to listen to her, but she has to listen to Sam Monaghan, who said it to her how many times?
yeah, so this is my second point, right?
Sorry,
So
yeah.
first of all, there was that, okay? Second of all, Sam Monaghan said it to her. So you're right. You're absolutely right. She doesn't have to. So obviously, if Aoife Wafer thinks that this is bad enough to bring to the captain will bring it to her. That was raised, and then she raised it with her again after a bit of time. So that's the thing. Sorry, I'm skipping over details. Sam Monaghan said it, and she was like, "Yeah, the TMO's sweeping." What even is that?
Ha!
What is he supposed to be doing? Looking two or three times at every rock? He can't do that. Help the TMO out here and direct him to the incident that Sam Monaghan and Aoife Wafer have just referenced. So play went on and Sam brought it up again, and apparently there was nothing found. In the meantime, the crowd had seen it on the big screen and started booing. Like that's an element of it as well. Like that,
What's WhatsApp had it before? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Before the TMO seemed to.
Touch judges had it in their phones in their pockets before. The touch judges have their phones in their pockets. This is all where and live streaming, like running up and down the touch side. They're not fucking doing anything else. So that would be some of the good content from the World Cup. Sorry, I don't mean that. I'm only joking.
It's
Um, but it might have helped the fucking situation. There were so many elements. And so my point on off the ball was that like there's also a foul play review officer. Now that person is only used when something is sent to the bunker. Is there no way that a foul play review officer cannot help or interject, or can they not use him or her in that instance where they were literally they couldn't decide if this was an illegal play that had happened so blatantly on the pitch in front of them. Now, she's been cited since.
She's got 12
Um,
weeks or 12 games, did she?
that's what I had read, but now it's been reduced to 9 weeks because something about I need to read over. I
What?
couldn't
Mitigating
make sense of it.
circumstances. She was hungry. What the
The
fuck?
missing it might as well have said that she nudged her twice before going to bite her, so rethought about biting her. I actually don't care. I actually don't care. If you're thinking about biting someone, you're sent to jail before you actually bite someone. Like if you're threatening to murder someone, like sorry, this is very, very extreme. I suggest you wait until they murder the person, so then you put them in jail. Like, sorry, this is a very
I
extreme.
was
But that is the thing that came to my mind. I was like, it's so cynical, it's so awful.
well, I
Like,
was tempted to do, but I didn't, and I just said like it was a disgrace, whatever I posted on Instagram. I was going to put a baguette where Aoife Wafer's arm was. But do you know, it was a bit raw in the moment. I went, it's a bit disrespectful. And in fairness to Aoife Wafer, she went, thank you. I was like, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't put the fucking baguette there. So maybe she'd see it's the clue is in the name. Tom O'Mahony, comedian. Okay, she'd see it. But it was like, you rotten fucker. You have, like, fair play to Wafer. Because all I know is if some bastard, animal, beast, or mineral is biting my arm, they're getting an elbow down into the top of the head. You are getting off quick. I would not. God bless her and
No,
her level of politeness.
but you'd
Like
be so shocked.
I
Like she
said,
was shocked. Like I don't know. I just can. I'm just gutted for them that is so serious, and there were so many things that could have helped this not go by missed. So that was basically my point that like there's all these aids for the referee because the referee has such a difficult job and something so blatant still slipped through the cracks. And I think it's hugely disrespectful to Sam Monaghan. It's like it's like
un-
she didn't take her seriously at all or something. Like I don't know. I can't.
un-
Maybe I'm wrong again. Like I say, I think Amy Bartron's a brilliant referee, and just that's why I can't figure it out.
I wonder this like I was racking my brain. First of all, they had bags of time to look at it or whatever, but I wonder because there seemed to be a ton like that, the offside thing. Like Amy Bartron was getting in the fucking way a few times. It's okay, that can happen too. But
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering, like, was it left slip that, or did they almost not expect the standard to be so high? Because okay, that refereeing package, we'll call it, that would have done last World Cup or the one before it. These players are like women's rugby is at a damn near a 78-degree angle of trajectory, talent wise and skill wise. It's a different sport than it was 4 years ago. And for some reason, I don't know, it was almost like the refereeing team were in fucking, the mode from 3 years ago. Like, where it was like, you're not up to the speed of this at all, tall. You're not
But
copping the stuff that's going on here at all. That's two games in a row where the team was standing like, like if they were stepped off the footpath that much, they would have gotten hit by a fucking car, or the guards would have pushed them back onto the footpath. They were that far offside. Every single fucking defensive row was like, here, come on.
I don't know. I don't know. I do think there was an element of let the play flow.
I get that, but I mean, at the same time, you're not letting the play flow. I get fast rucks. I get fast rucks. I absolutely do. Come, all right, you can go off your feet or drive beyond the ball. We did it a few times ourselves. You can drive beyond the ball a bit far. Grand fast rucks, fine. But when you look up, the game is being slowed down by allowing the defensive team to be a half a yard or half a meter up because you're not. They're closing down the team illegally. So you're like, well, that's slowing the fucking thing down. One
Yeah.
thing I will say, I know we love Antoine Dupont, but their nine absolutely is the rattiest bastard of all time. The women's nine. Did you see what she did when it went to 47 minutes and it finally?
And she was rubbing down O'Brien's head.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I was
Jesus Christ.
raging as well.
Oh my God. Fair play. They have the resolve of proper professionals because I'd have bitten her on the run off. I would have bitten her. Just
I
went, you,
know.
you absolute bastard. How dare you, like,
I
you
know.
bastard. Jesus Christ. I'm just like, be a small bit of dignity. Come on now. Jesus Christ. And it's only the first half. Hold on, girls. You've done that yet. Do you know what I mean? But all out, would Ireland have won it with these factors changing? Nobody knows, but it would have nice been seen. Like yes, there was as a text that being said, Ireland should have killed them when they had the chance.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? They had the beating of them on every corner of the field.
yeah, I know.
Like when they
I
hit,
think, yeah,
great to see. And on a positive note, our friend, great to see Aoife Wafer back like a wrecking machine again, making yards in contact. I love those yards in contact. I love that they measure that now. Do you know what I mean? Because it was a thing
yeah,
before where it was never measured. It was just, great hit but now it's actually measured. You could look at the statistics report if you wanted. And that's those are the those are the meters, they're yards. Listen to me like it's fucking 1982 or America.
Yeah.
But I love that. It's like there's a demoralization in that for the tackler, isn't there? Because it's like, oh, I've made the hit, but she's still fucking going. Like, you know, uh,
Yeah, it was great to see her back. Like she did really well. Like she was an extra element to the whole thing. She was brilliant. Yeah.
yeah, gutting for the women. But I tell you one thing, it's they went out in their shield. Do you know what I mean? There was nothing like a score line that we were never thought that score. But I genuinely felt we could have beaten them. Turns out we were absolutely right. We could have fucking beaten them without in their shield. I mean, the French are bastards. That's been known since Thierry Henry. Since Waterloo, we've known they've been bastards. They won't. There'll be a pang of. Do you know, like youngsters right nowadays are writing their essays with ChatGPT? You know,
Hmm.
and there'll never be a sense of pride in writing a good essay anymore now if you're doing that kind of thing. Well, how, like, if it was Irish, if Ireland or other teams had gotten away with the game, they got away with that, like the bastards. They got away with it. It's like, oh, you've put it. I would like to think that the Ireland girls just went back into the dressing room and said, all right, that's the World Cup gone, but those bastards have a target on their back now. Come the Six
Oh,
Nations, we're cutting them in two. Like,
I hope that that the French are literally. I wrote it on one of the, it was one World Cup Ep4 wafer kind of like, how great to see Ep4 wafer back. I was like, that fucking red scrum cap will be running through French nightmares every night. Every night till we come and fucking take their head off in the Six Nations.
yeah, I mean, but what I was saying too, like like if you got away with a game like that, you'd nearly be a pang of, jeez, we got away with it.
100%.
But I don't see the
Oh,
French. I'd say the French are just like, "Bleh, a game is a game." Do you know, because they're bastards. They're just bastards, the French are.
well, I got a good few messages from my friends in La Rochelle that were like, can't believe that France won that. They didn't deserve it at all. That was awful.
French people wrote
Yeah.
you. Did they?
Oh yeah.
I didn't think they.
They're
Well,
quick to criticize their own as well sometimes
they are actually, yeah.
if they're not involved, you know. But yeah, I got a good few messages of them being like, that was shocking. So
It's highway robbery, is what it was like. And I would love to, I'd love, those Rocky, those like Eva Wafer and Nick Jones just pulling a tire up the beach, like, dun, dun, and they've like a picture of their opposing number, stuck to the mirror in just some grotty. They're not even trained in a nice facility anymore. They've gone back to the grottiness, and they're just punching like, I don't know, bags full of bricks and stuff like. It's going to be. I'd love to imagine that it's going to be absolutely nasty come the Six Nations, because man, that would sting, and they don't have to wait. Well, okay, they have to wait a while, but at the same time, like it's not enough. That's not another 4 years. Do you know what I mean?
oh, yeah, yeah, true. Yeah. But it'll be somewhere in France. Someone was saying, oh, I hope it's in La Rochelle. Like they won't do La Rochelle 2 years in a row for a women's game. So it'll be somewhere else. So we'll have to be teeing that one up.
Oh
But
yeah,
while we're on it, the game in the Aviva,
yes, May is it? It is May.
17th of May,
Yeah.
summertime. I said that if we sell 30,000 tickets, I'll go on my budgie smugglers.
Jesus Christ. That's that's a great call. They'll sell 30,000 tickets. I reckon they'll sell 30,000 tickets because here's the thing, right, about promotions. Once they commit to it, they've committed to the Aviva. Oh, I tell you one thing, you'll see the side of buses. I said this, I've been saying this for 4 years. Once they start slinging money at the women's game, by osmosis, the women's game will get absolutely better because they can train harder. They got, yourself, if you were playing in front of 400 or 40,000, you're an inch taller running out into the field. Like you're gonna go. You're gonna absolutely go. This,
Well, you say that, but like a lot of the fucking hype around it has come from the players themselves.
no doubt
Like for
they have to be absolutely accredited for the way they've promoted the game brilliantly. Like,
do you know, I actually found on my phone there. I was just going back
I
through
love the way you had to
something
think. You had to think on my
on
what
my
is it?
phone.
What is it? The thing that I do have all with me all the time?
An
Oh yeah.
old, it's in an old fucking album. So I was just trying to figure like where exactly was it on the thing. But a picture of the big massive billboards that they had around the country before the World Cup, before the Women's World Cup in 2017. So like they were putting effort in then, but the hype wasn't there. If you
No.
drive past a billboard that doesn't like mean anything to you, you're not going to look at it. Whereas if that's up there now, people will recognize it. Like it was cool at the time, the hype just wasn't there. Like the hype is there, and actually, this controversy is going to help the hype as well.
Oh
Like
yeah.
people, like everyone's talking about it, and like you go into the comment section, this isn't where you go now, but I go into the comment section,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. But go
How
on.
the comment section has changed
Has it?
when discussing women's rugby. Yes, people are disputing this with me. Like I'm like the comment section
Oh, I won't
used to be.
dispute with you. I just don't go into any comment section
But,
at all. At
but
all.
people do. People be disputing with this with me, saying like, it's still kind of bad. It's not. It is. It used to be like 95%
Toenails.
like shit comments, and one or two like go the girls. If even, it is now completely inversed. Completely inversed. It is so much support, 95% support, and then one or two. But you know what it is as well? It comes from people being called out because I was just thinking about this the other day. Because I went to the comment section and I went looking for the toenail because there's always going to be a toenail. I just want to see what they have to say because they're running out of things to say. Like I know you're saying that I shouldn't be looking at this, but I find it
No, no,
interesting
yeah, yeah.
because
If
I
you find it
have
interesting,
observed this
yeah.
from day one. Like there's one toenail, right? And fucking I don't know, have you seen this? Maybe it's just my algorithm, but a lot of women now who are being trolled, they'll post the person's name, the person's picture, any information about them, they'll fully call them out, like, right? So that's the danger. So there was some comment today on something saying, I don't know, some shit comment about women playing rugby or whatever, and it had like 22 likes. So those 22 likes would have been 22 comments before, but they're too scared now. So
Yeah.
they'll just look for the toenail comment like I do, and they'll like it to show support because they're too scared now. But it's actually, that has made a difference. That has made a difference in terms of like calling people out. They're too scared to do it now.
And a couple, and I mean, probably the most basic thing of all, as to the reasoning behind the hype, that's what women's rugby, they're fucking class. They are class. Like they have worldy players. You know what I mean? You watch Ireland's women teams now, and it's because they're being afforded the ability to train. Just let them train. And now you're watching them going, Jesus Christ, they're slipping it out the back. There's, proper long rip passes off both sides. Then on defense, which it would be my favorite thing to watch, the girl, like, once upon a time, if somebody's gone, they're gone. It's like, oh, Jesus, because they wouldn't have the fitness to keep up. Now, people are getting fucking smashed. And it's like, this is what I want. You know what I mean? It isn't a moral watch anymore. Like, you're watching going, oh, no, this
No,
is sport
no,
now. This is sport
I
board.
couldn't agree more. And all it took was the professionalization or the beginning of the professionalization of it. And this whole talk around the size five ball. Sorry, can we just move on from that now? Can we not look at how good? Because I
Yeah.
know they're still thinking about it. They're still thinking about it. In in
For
in
your
in some
fuck,
parts.
sure you've only little hands, Anna. Sure, for God's sake,
But
would you
no,
not? You know what I mean? Like, geez, would you
don't.
go and fuck off?
You know what? But how many handling errors were there in the Lions? Because they were all trying to flick it with one hand. Fucking idiots. Okay, because the speed of the ball isn't the same when you're lifting it up with one hand. I chatting to Murray Kinsella about this. Like, no one is coaching the ball in two hands anymore. Everyone's running, even the girls, running with the ball in one hand because they're trying to like get one hand offload away. It's not working in the men's game. We don't fucking need it in the women's game. look how good the quality of the rugby is here. This is what we're working with now. Please do not fucking change it because it completely changes like the flight of the ball when you kick it, etc. So no thanks. Size 5 for everybody, please. And obviously size 4 for under 15s and downwards or whatever, however that works. Like that's how it makes sense. But if you watch one Braxton Sorensen McGee, she's 18, how she's able to place the ball with one hand.
Yeah.
Like Sophie De Goody can do it. Like most people can like pick up and handle the ball in one hand now. Like that's all like anyway. I don't know, have you been watching too much of the other teams?
No, I only in the extended highlights. That's all I'm watching because I don't get to watch the full matches.
Canada.
Yeah, yeah, beating Australia wasn't it at the weekend? Like
They could win the fucking thing. They could win it.
they have some athletes. In all fairness, where what are because our I suppose our genetics are in. Let's say our genetics are in Gaelic football and hurling, and I suppose a couple of other sports. But let's say that's where our genetics are, and that's where we're drawing a lot of our people's maybe parental skills that are coming through. What are Canadians? Are they? Is it hockey or what? What are they good at?
Shoveling snow
There's that, yeah. Hard as
and riding
nails.
moose.
Good.
Riding moose. But it is. It's ice hockey. But rugby. I remember going to UL when I went to UL first. There was always Canadian like foreign exchange students like coming to play, and they were brilliant. And I was like, "What's going on here?" And, like there was always Canadian girls coming down to play in the college team in UL. They were always like some of the best because college sport is evenly funded between men and women.
Right.
And the D1 sport, so the highest funded contact sport for men is ice hockey, and the highest funded contact sport for women is rugby.
Right.
So rugby is just massively invested in more so for the women than for men in Canada.
Was Jamie Cudmore, was he Canadian? Do you remember he played for Claremont and
Yeah, I
himself and
remember Jamie Cudmore. I don't know,
he
was he Canadian, was he?
I thought he was Canadian.
Um, no idea. But fucking Canada, right? Jesus. Sorry, can we go back to Ireland there for a minute? What do you
Yes.
know about Garrett Steenson?
Not an awful lot.
He's the kicking coach.
Yeah, I mean that's all I've ever seen from like Gareth Steenson. I remember was he I think he was in and around the same time as Andy Dunn. Andy Dunn was sorted out my arm with dry needling. He has a physios in Rathmoynes. Hell of a nice fella. Very nice fella.
Hmm.
But I think that Gareth Steenson was in around that era. Do you know what I mean? Contepomi then came in and blew them all out of the water. Like, you know, that kind of way. They were all kind of
Yeah.
the lads at the time. But I haven't heard hiding or hair the man really other than that. What have you come across?
Well, oh, he played over 100 times for Exeter. I think it's over 100 times. It's like real stalwart of the club in Exeter, and so he has a pub there. He has a pub in Exeter.
That's
This
right.
is
I knew I'd heard something. Yeah, I knew I'd heard. I was like people that it was ex-rugby players that went on to buy pubs, and it was yeah.
that's where we were on Sunday night. It's called the
What's
Stand Up. Now, I met this fella at the bar. And I like obviously recognize him from like the photos but I actually didn't know too much about him. I knew that he'd spoken really highly of Dana and working with Dana O'Brien. What a fucking legend as well, by the way. But I I went up to him in the bar. Or sorry, I didn't go up to him. He came up to me and gave me a pass for the bar. He was like,
nice?
"You've been great. You've been great. Like there's a tab behind the bar there. Like well done." He's like, "Where are you from?" Armagh. He's from Armagh. I was
Right,
like,
yeah.
I never knew any rugby players from Armagh. Anyway, he has a really interesting story, like how he got into rugby and everything. Nicest fella. I was asking him about the pub. I was like, what's the story? He said, he was telling me about how it's basically an extension of his living room. And like he made the place look like his living room. All his jerseys are up around the place. It's so cool. And when we went in there first, um, like there was a piano. So obviously I
Yeah.
sat down and played the piano. And the bar staff were so lovely. The barman's like, right, what else do you know? I said, I only know three songs. He was like, well, you've played two. What's the third one? I was like, do you know the one from White Chicks? And they were like, what? What do you mean white chicks? I was like, you know, making my way downtown. And
Down.
he's like, oh yeah. He's like, what's your one's name? What's your one's name? I was like, Vanessa Carlton. He's like, yeah, yeah. Doesn't she go down the street and the piano? He's like, right, 9 o'clock, I'll meet you over by the piano and we'll wheel it out and we'll sit you up at the top of the hill and the piano will go down the hill and you'll play and we'll all sing. I was like, perfect. I'll see you here at 9 o'clock. And anyway, he was too busy at 9 o'clock to move the piano. So
To be,
that was that. But
to,
very interesting whole combination of like Gareth Steenson. I wish I'd, known more about him when he came into the role in Ireland and everything. So yeah, bit of a legend.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was an article. It was different lads had bought pubs and sold pubs like Peter Klaus. He was in it and stuff like that. And he was in it. And I mean, he's one of those guys that you just hear his name really. He's not out front and center. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool. I do,
yeah.
as you were telling me, I was like, hold on, you didn't actually fucking roll a piano down there. Because what if I just imagine, like the Three Stooges, like there's you sitting attached to a piano playing it like making my way downtown, but you're getting faster and faster as you fly down the hill.
Like walking fast, faces pass, and I'm home now. Does this thing have any brakes? Flying off the hill. Anyway, did you see my story that I went to the nightclub then and I paid the DJ £1 to play Maniac 2000?
I saw, yeah, yeah. Did you
Yeah.
actually, yeah?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I found the receipt on my fucking email. One, I must have paid in euro because it was £1.24.
So you paid him with what, Revolut or something, and
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
oh my good God. And he
yeah.
took it, obviously, delighted.
I
And
took it. I don't know if he fucking played the song. Do you know what I did? I was holding up my phone and I put big writing on it saying Maniac 2000. And then I was going to say the referee, lol, the DJ started waving at me, pointing at a QR code on the wall. And I went over and was like, here's where you request a song. I was like, cool. Like, clicked in. And I requested, like, Mark McCabe, Maniac 2000. And I was like, this is the long shot here now because English people have no idea what this is. And, but there was a lot of Irish people in there, obviously. Um, and then at the end of it, it's like, bump your song to the top of the list by giving the DJ a tip. So I was like, I fucking will. And then I was standing there and some other shit song come on. I was like, I'm going home.
not hanging around for this shit. So
Yeah.
it cost me a quid. Jesus Christ, that'll tell you how long is it is since I've been in a nightclub. Well, maybe
Well, I hadn't seen that before.
I hadn't seen that before. Very interesting. I spent all week with the Casual Arts Festival. So very positive, very, very nice to be around a lot of nice people saying nice things. We performed, I thought, a bunch of TY's stand up, proper
Oh,
stand up.
yeah.
And then we performed for the local daycare centre, which was one of the most fun gigs I've done in a long time. It was so wholesome, but wild in that you like people think of old people should, they don't, there's no wild. Oh my God. Some tough old nuts of women and funny blokes, and they were just throwing it back to me, is because I was only supposed to do 5 minutes and then bring the boys up and do each one of them do like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. We have it. I couldn't get away. I was there like 15 minutes. These are bantering back and forth, these old people. It was brilliant. And then
Oh,
every joke, the lads were a bang of nerves, and every joke they gave him loads. Like I mean, they gave him loads. So you could see the lads' chest puffing up. They all walked away on air. It was brilliant to see. Everybody,
oh,
it was a real feel good thing. Um, and then a lovely bunch of people in Cashel that came to the show at the Brew Brew, one of the most stunning theatre positions in the world you'll ever walk out the front door of, because the Rock of Cashel is up at it like 70 degrees just above you, like literally looking
oh.
down. It's class. Uh, yeah, yeah. So it's very cool. Very. very well-bred people I met on, hello, these sort of people that, because they gave me the opening speech of the festival. It's a bit nerve-wracking because normally I'm just cursing and swearing at people in the dark, but this one I actually had to write something that meant something without cursing and swearing, but it was cool. It was very cool. Uh, so that
That's
was
like me doing commentary.
yeah, exactly. You're just kind of keeping you're keeping it together, like, and you're getting across what you mean, but it's without the means of shouting. Um,
Jesus, just
and
about.
we got the two goats. I went for if anybody goes to my Instagram, you'll see me building the shed for him. Looks very quick. Absolutely no busted fingers shown whatsoever. But the couple that was sold them, shout out to Jim and Margaret. They're going to be listening. They're dug into everything now that I've told them about. But they brought the two goats. I had suggested Porsche's name, and it wasn't happening. It was too many words involved. It was too many words. I said,
Anyway,
Yeah, P Dub Dub, but
she hasn't been good enough. She hasn't
no,
earned the GOAT title this campaign.
no. And even my son was like, because he's into mythical things, he wanted to name one Thunderhoof, and the other Venom Horn. Neither one of them have horns. They're two girls like there. But I was like, Jesus, a lot going on. He goes, fine, fine. Pickle and Daisy it is. And that's what it is. They're Pickle and Daisy. So, and they're two grass eating machines. They're working exactly as I hoped they would. So I'm very
Is that
excited.
what you bought them for? To
Yeah,
cut your grass?
yeah. It's an acre and a half, Anna. And there's rocks in it. I can't even go in there with a tractor if I was to. So these machines are just already going yum yum. They're brilliant. They'll have it looking like a pitch by the time they're done. They're fucking class yokes. I love goats. Um, and then yeah, that was the combination of the weekend with the rugby for me. Goats, comedy, and ruggers.
Well, um, I suppose no, I did come across a comedy. I actually this would have been a voice note to you, only that I didn't want to be rude in people's company and send you a voice note, even though I've done that plenty of times
I
before.
was just going to say, when did that ever stop you? But you were obviously amongst people that wouldn't get it. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you listen to this in the standoff, which is Gareth Steenson's pub on
Mhm.
Sunday. Um, this is when it was only starting to get busy as well. These two fucking French lads came in. Um,
Smoking
came
fags
in.
probably inside, were they? The bastards.
They were covered in French people do this really annoying thing where they've got a little tricolor uh
Red, white, and blue pen stick kind of thing, is it?
a blue yeah a stick to do a little flag on your face, tricolor. And they always like attack you with it and go like at your face. And your man was coming
What?
at me and I'm like, fuck off, like to draw French flags on your face. I was like, no, sorry, no. Because it's waxy and it gets all over your clothes and everything. I was just like, no, I was fighting them off, fighting them back. Anyway, I started talking to them, like, where are you from? What are you doing here? Like, they were like, oh, we just flew. We flew to London. They live in different parts of France. They flew to London. They slept the night in the airport, and then they thumbed a lift all the way down to Exeter. Now, I don't know where if you've seen where Exeter is, but it's really far from London, like really
Really
far.
far. Yeah.
So the first day they only made it as far as Swindon, and then they had to get up early the next morning again. They only arrived in Exeter an hour before the match. And I was like, this is gas. Like, do you know the players? Like, and they were like, yes. And then he was like, wait, personally? No. I was like, what?
Fair play to.
So
Okay, fair
fucking
play.
fair play to them, right? Fair play to them. And like, they were starting to be a bit potholy though. Everyone was like, fuck off. Like, Fihaz was coming over pretending to bite their arm. Like, and everyone was avoiding them because no one wanted to talk to any French people. They were just
Yeah,
hanging around.
yeah.
And then one of them took out a copybook and started writing. I was like,
What? That's
what are
very.
you doing?
That's fair French now.
No. Do you know what he is? Comedian.
What was he doing with his fucking notebook out? He's no comedian. He's no comedian.
I'm sorry that I didn't
Oh, you
document it in
should
terms
have.
of
You
like,
should have
oh,
put. You should have put him
I know
on,
a
and I
comedian.
roast him. I fucking roast him.
Anyway, I actually couldn't have, I didn't want to spend another second with the two of them. They were driving me fucking mad. So I
Valid.
spent, everyone was avoiding them. So, that would have been my voice to this week. But, I think they're all my stories. So I should tell you one more thing now.
Yes.
Um, I thought that my like commentary gig was up now that Ireland are knocked out,
Oh,
but
good job.
I am doing co-coms for the World Cup semi-final on Friday night.
Up out of that. Up out of that.
Yeah,
Co-coms.
yeah, I'm
That's
delighted.
class.
Yeah.
Ah, class. Congratulations. That's a great. Oh, that's perked me right up now after giving out about the frogs.
I know. I know. So I literally just watching back like some of Canada's play. Like they are so good. Have you heard of Sophie de Goody?
No, no, I literally, because I'm only getting to watch the extended highlights of these matches. It's not, I'm not picking up on players' names or anything. Just watching it.
She's their kicker. She's number four. She's involved in everything they do. She is unreal. Like she will be player of the tournament. Like
Hold
she
on.
like
Did you just say she was a lock?
yes.
I
Her
love,
mom and her dad captained Canada.
I fucking love that. I love
Sophie de
them.
Goody. You heard it here first. Like so like it's just so funny that her name is Sophie de
That's
Goody.
such a, like, her literally, she's so good. She's literally so good. That's
So goody.
so good is in her name. Like, that's the,
Sophie so goody is what they should call it. Like
that's,
she'll be player of the tournament. She is just sensational. So you'll have to watch now Friday night anyway. But Friday night could be the game of the tournament because it's Black Ferns Canada. Like I can't call it. Like literally every second person you talk to is saying New Zealand, Canada, Canada, New Zealand. Like it's just
well, I can tell you who I'm going for. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. I love maple syrup. Lord of the Rings was good, but maple syrup is better. That's all I'm
Jim
saying.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey, some of the best comedians, John Candy, yeah, some of the best comedians that have come out of Canada. Who doesn't love Canada? There's nothing to give out about Canada. New Zealand, very far away, much like those cows on Father Ted.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm delighted. I'm delighted because it's like, why they shouldn't be hanging up the boots with Anna. She's the most interesting person that they have. That's class. Because they're not shy of finding some TV. I've watched a couple of different TV coverages of it just as clips come up, and you see this kind of faux. I can see straight through somebody who's trying to be interesting. I'm like, oh, that's worse than a boring person. That is worse than a boring person. Because I have given, um, I won't say media classes, but I've given public speaking help to people who need it. But I cut out all the stuff that I used to do from now. It's just literally, okay, this is your timing. I'm just going to teach you timing. Timing is everything. And Jesus Christ Almighty, you're still watching it through your fingers, going, there's nothing I can do with you. There's nothing. There's nothing I can do with you. Jesus Christ Almighty.
The only thing that people know how to be is themselves. And like I kind of felt like maybe I obviously got very emotional at the end of the game. And I was afterward I was like maybe it was too much, maybe like but it for me I couldn't hold it back. Like that's just wasn't real if I had to hold it back. Your man Brian Moore next to me was like, pull yourself together. And I
Yeah.
was like, I know what you mean. And like, obviously you have to be professional. But I was just like, this is why they brought me here. Like, I'm only out of the squad a few years. Like, this means everything to me. Like, so they can either kind of, keep that or try and kind of control it a bit just to make sure that, you're towing the line. But they love it. They've been a dream to work for. They like text me every week, and they're like, "Keep doing what you do.
Oh,
Keep doing it."
brilliant. I love that
Yeah,
because that's brilliant. I just wished I'd ever gotten that when I was involved in anything like that.
yeah,
Anything TV wise, and you never get that. You never get that level of professionalism where they go, where a good producer will go, yeah, I see it, I love it, keep it going. Actually, if anything, turn up the nah. Never have I ever come across that. So it gives me, I get very excited now that you're actually getting the thumbs up from, and they spotted what you're supposed to be like. You're supposed to come with the emotion, like
yeah,
the anoraks can sit next to you. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, and but on top of that, they didn't go, "Oh God, she's been very emotional." No, turn it up, keep going, love it,
Mm,
because that's what good telly makes. Good
yeah.
radio makes is somebody that's interesting to listen to. To quote to give you a quote from I was watching. I don't know if you saw any of the Munster Bats match. Some great stuff, some really interesting stuff. They let Bats back into it, but some of the new players look very good. They look very fit. But Michael Milne, the prop that was brought down from Leinster, and just to give you a colour commentary line from Tom from Three Red Kings, he went, "This man's a fridge with eyes." And literally 3 seconds later, he barged over, knocked three people out, and scored a try. It couldn't have been better timed. He's a fridge with eyes. And he just floored three guys and scores a try. It's like, yep, there you go. There you go.
Unreal.
It's just a great line from somebody that you never hear. You never hear somebody saying something so wild. It's like Bill McLaren level stuff, like,
I
but
love it. I love it. Who was that for? What channel was it on?
always it was Access Munster. It wasn't actually on. So it would have been.
Oh
It
yeah.
might have been for Live 95, or it might have been for Access Munster. I'm not sure, but it's the voiceover that's on the clips that Munster are putting up now, and it was just perfectly timed. They were just discussing different players as if they were going through the phases. And he went, Michael Millen, he's a fridge with eyes, and just all 3 seconds later he's scoring. It's like perfect, yeah, perfect.
Unreal.
Yeah. So, and on that point, the new Munster jersey is class in the flesh to see it being played in. Like, okay, looks like I'm going to need a new Munster jersey.
I
Great.
know, the girls are wearing it.
Are they? Oh yeah, the girls had it first though. Sorry, I thought you meant
They
some other
did.
girls, some girls that you
No,
knew. Like,
no, no.
yeah, they
The
were
Munster
first.
girls, yeah.
That's brilliant that they had it first too in Everton in pre-season. I love that.
I don't know did we actually say this, but Munster won the Interpros.
Yeah, no. We hadn't gotten to the point where they'd won the Interpros. I don't think no, because we missed a week.
I can't
Did
remember.
we? No, we did. We did. We
We did.
did. We
We
did.
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Which
Because it
is
was before Brighton and it was last week that we didn't get to record. So anyway, yeah, that's good omen now for Munster season. The girls are already in a winning jersey. So fucking key for lip. Bye!
class, right? You mind the rucks.
It's
Mind the
the
ropes.
banana and bear.